Hello everyone and welcome to Simplex Cuisine. My name is Harper, if you did not know, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a simple and delicious loaded potato skins, so let's begin. So of course, the ingredients and the recipe will be in the description down below if you want to check that out. Now from there, let's start off by preheating your oven at 500 degrees Fahrenheit and start washing off your potatoes. Try to have potatoes that are not, old, so there aren't any, rotted parts on potato, but if there are, just cut them off very quickly. And remember, do not skin your potatoes, keep them intact when it comes to the skin, and wash them off very, very well. Scrub them with a vegetable scrubber or any other scrubber you can have, but more or less clean them off very, very well so the skins are not dirty in any way. Now after that, prepare your oil, coating or base for your potatoes. I just usually easily make a rub of oil, salt, and pepper. And after you grease up your potatoes more or less, let them rest until your oven is done preheating. While you're waiting, you can start prepping your toppings. So cut up your cheese and of course your scallions or chives or green onions, whatever you want to use for garnishes. And finally, last but not least, start prepping your bacon bits. Take out your strips, cut your strips into small squares. Just get scissors and go for it. Heat up a pan to medium to high heat before placing your bacon in. Every minute or two, flip them over, crisp them up, but be sure to not let them burn. The point of perfectly crispy and burnt is very, very, very subtle, and it can easily, go back and forth from either or, so be careful about that. And this will probably take around 10 to 15 minutes on a medium to low, and then even the high heat. Baking for some reason takes a really, really long time to cook for me, but from there, of course, when your oven is done preheating, just put in your potatoes and let them, cook for 50 minutes or so. Of course, remember, and I actually forgot to do this, but prick your potatoes with a knife or fork of some kind. Now after this, it's kind of more or less waiting, watching your bacon cook, watching your potatoes cook, and of course when your bacon is completely done cooking to your liking, take them out and place them on a paper towel and pat off the grease as best you can. Now at this time, you can of course get rid of the grease by pouring it in the trash can, or you can keep it for the next step in this video. That step will be when your potatoes are done cooking. Then you'll know that they're done cooking is like when you put a knife through, it goes in very easily and there's no resistance at all, or barely any resistance at all. Take them out of the oven and cut them in half. Let them cool off for about 10 to 15 to even 5 minutes or so, and then after that, start scooping out the quote-unquote meat of the potatoes, more or less, the inside of potatoes, leaving a thin-ish shell of only the potato skin itself. Now you can of course use the quote-unquote flesh of potatoes for mashed potatoes, but from there, get out a pan or a skillet and grease it up a little bit with some oil, some butter, or even some of that bacon grease. I would say bacon grease because this dish is already pretty decadent, so just go all out and place your potato skins and drizzle with some olive oil or bacon grease with some salt and pepper on, and then place those potato skins back into the oven. Now there's two choices to go. You can either broil it on a high heat, or you can leave the stove on and just put it in at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I did the 500 degrees Fahrenheit. It didn't really give a nice browning, but it's really up to you. The only reason I didn't use a broiler was because I was just really lazy, so yeah. But from there, place them in the oven for another, I could say 3 to 2 to even 4 minutes. Now after that, take them out again, flip them over, and then place your cheese and your bacon, if you're using bacon, inside the potato skins. Now place them back into the oven for another 3 to 4 minutes, and then take them out again. They should be nice and bubbly, and then just plate them up, put some beautiful, amazing sour cream on top of them, and then garnish with your onions, scallions, or chives. And there is your loaded potato skins. They're delicious, they're decadent, and of course, remember to always season. Potatoes are pretty, dense, so season very, very well. And remember, when in doubt, use a lot of salt, or not, because I just like salt. But that is the ending of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you did enjoy this recipe, and if you thought it was helpful, just click that like. If you want to see more from moi, just subscribe. But with that, I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you next time, and as usual, goodbye. Ooh, it's still hot. Okay. Yep. Oh god, yep.